I feel both strong about this issue and also not qualified to necessarily speak about it, just because I'm in a weird position with this, you know.
You are totally qualified to speak about it. You're an intelligent young man.
Okay. How do you think it's going to affect your sex life or
sex
your
life?
life in general?
My sex life,
I mean, at this
thank
point,
God, is not going to be affected because my entire body is free of all sexual organs.
here's what could affect you, though.
My children.
You might have a fucking unplanned grandchild out of this.
You're
little
right.
fuck,
That is frightening.
and that's going to prevent you from wanting to have sex.
Why? What does my sex life have to do with you conceiving a child? I do not
You
get
know how
that.
stressed you're going to be if you have a fucking grandchild that should not be in this world?
I will be stressed, but
You're stressed as fuck. You're not going to want to be fucking.
It's not going to affect my sex life.
Okay.
Man. My fucking has nothing to do with whether or not I have grandchildren or not.
Okay. Anyway, so you don't. It's not going to affect you in the sense of
No, it
your
affects
own.
me that I feel bad for people that need abortions. I mean, the pill, that morning after pill, that is a possible solution to the problems.
Yeah, but all this shit now comes on the chopping block now that this whole fucking
Right,
overturning is
And then
a
it
disaster.
gets even worse when they start saying, well, maybe we shouldn't have legalized gay marriage, or maybe we should not have birth control at all. I mean, who's taking care of these babies?
It's a fucking nightmare.
It's a shit show.
Well,
I
let's-
would like to hear about the sneaky freaks.
Yeah, we got many responses.
And a lot of them are similar.
Audra says, it does not affect me personally, but I'm fearful that if abortion is not available legally, that things will go back to how they were, and women will risk their lives to get an abortion anyway without the medical safeguards that have been in place since Roe v. Wade legalized it. So it will affect me because it will affect my friends. This is exactly how I feel. Right.
Even if it's not your friends, it's people that you hear on the news or on the podcast.
And they're going to get these abortions anyway. That's what's fucking crazy.
I've seen
about
movies
this.
about this for decades about how frightening it is to be going back into the back alleys with a hanger.
Yeah, it's not like there's going to be fewer abortions. It's just going to be fewer safe abortions, pieces of shit.
Oh, my God.
Okay, go on.
A lot of them are saying it does not have any effect on me because my girlfriend can't have children. Here's one that's interesting. Roe v. Wade was a conspiracy with condom companies to make you wear double layer, and that's what I'll do. That's not the brightest thing in the world
It's a dumb
to do
fucking
because
thing.
sometimes you wear two condoms and it's supposed to make things worse.
We got Cheryl who says, I live in Canada, so this doesn't affect us here yet. Interesting. That's interesting.
The yet part?
Yeah, that it might lead to changes around the world.
What does this mean?
Hold on. With that said, this angers me. It angers me that sex workers will not have the choice to terminate a pregnancy so they can keep working and live. It angers me that victims of sexual assaults will have to carry a reminder of a nightmare. And that's exactly what you were talking about. And then give birth from a part of their body that brings trauma to them. It angers me that women who need life-saving chemo or medication will have to put their lives at risk because they can't choose themselves over a fetus. It angers me that women have had choice taken away from them to focus on themselves and their careers and choose not to have children. It angers me that men are not held accountable for their reproductive health but can control a woman's. I'm now afraid of America and what else they're going to control. What's next? Gay marriage, the right to choose your gender, the freedom to just be yourself. Let women have the right to safe health care. It's quite simple. Fucking Cheryl is the most...
Cheryl, that was brilliant. Not to mention that, no one would tell you that you should or shouldn't get rid of a kidney.
It's fucking bonkers. Why? I don't understand why it's a control issue. Why do they think they can control other people's bodies?
What does this mean here? Jean, hi, babe. It is a little bit more than I thought it would be. So much more to do with the same thing as I can feel the way I am and get a nut too. But I think I can do it for you, LOL.
What the fuck?
I don't know what the hell was going on with Gene there. There was
talking about a nut.
He was talking about he somehow relate. It always comes down to someone having a nut.
What?
That's all I could say.
How about Jay, who says the Supreme Court didn't ban abortion; they just ruled that it falls under state jurisdiction instead of federal. Also, I live in Canada. Okay, wow. Jay, you're a smart guy. However, perhaps because you live in Canada, you're not aware that there's a lot of states where it's not going to be legal. And so because it is an interesting issue. I mean, you'd think that people, how are so many states banning this thing? Maybe I'm just in an echo chamber where I hear the same things over and over and over again. But it's hard for me to even conceive of the other side. I know the conception is, it's hard for me to understand. Yes, I get the whole fetus thing, get the life thing, but it's not their choice. It's the person who's experiencing that.
Cam, I'm 100% agreeing with you.
My hope is that after all this shit, after we go through this, obviously what will be a very tumultuous time, we're going to end up with much tighter legislation that's going to ensure that some of these rights are guaranteed.
Right. Or cougars will become much more popular.
What?
Yep.
This is what you're hoping for?
No, I'm not hoping for it. I'm just saying that I have a feeling that's what's going to happen.
That people are just going to go for the older women?
You go for the ones who've already either had a hysterectomy, such as myself.
Oh, my God.
Or are too old to even conceive.
That's bullshit.
The nursing homes will be like the most popular place to look for women. You already are there. You already have this thing about older women.
I do have a 100-year-old girlfriend in Chicago.
She's 96.
She was 96 about 6 years ago. Marley says, very sad personally, but doesn't affect my sex life. As someone who recently had 2 children, I'm horrified at someone having to do all of that against their will. That's being the whole fucking caring for and raising a fucking human. Anyways, I know you guys agree. Let's keep the love in this shit time.
How about this one?
Wait, that was, I mean, wouldn't you agree it was a pretty big deal for you to give birth to me? And
yeah.
That's a fucking shitstorm.
You were the worst.
Thank you.
I mean, I mean, your sister was a cesarean after 12 hours of labor, so I had a double trouble with her.
Double trouble. I mean,
you were 9 pounds.
9 months.
9 months with a cam in my uterus.
Imagine if you didn't want the cam in your uterus, and then you still got the 9 months going on.
Well, my infertility issues were no fun either, but at least I didn't have to worry as much about unwanted pregnancy. I have friends that literally used all kinds of protection and got pregnant on the pill, got pregnant with a condom. I mean, no matter what, nothing is foolproof.
Oh yeah, you could be fecund as fuck. Next thing you know, how about
fecund?
I mean, we haven't even discussed. Someone just shared with me a wonderful thing that Halle Berry actually shared.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
She writes, or I don't know if she wrote this or she was quoting this. The treatment for an ectopic pregnancy is abortion. The treatment for a septic uterus is abortion. The treatment for a miscarriage that your body won't release is abortion. If you can't get those abortions, you die. You die.
Well, I had miscarriages where I had to have what is called an abortion afterwards, which just means scraping.
You're just sharing this now.
Well, it wasn't to terminate a pregnancy as much as it was to
clear you out.
Otherwise you can have serious issues.
All of these are serious medical issues that require an abortion. Right. So you did have something similar to this.
Yeah, they called it forgot.